What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, June 3rd? June 3rd gets it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all of our other content goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. It's the only place you're going to get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. And finally, let me know in the comment section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. We are rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Jusuf Nurkic, Jay Crowder, Nikola Jokic, Damian Lillard, and Michael Porter Jr. on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, we're going to the power forward spot, and we're grabbing Robert Covington. He's 6,200, projected for 28. The goal is 39, and he is in the optimal lineup 46% of the time. Covington's going to play monstrous minutes here. Blazers are on the outside of it all. They need to concentrate their rotation a little bit. It's not going to help them to give Rondé Hollis-Jefferson 12 minutes and be minus 20-something again like he was last time. So I've got Covington in for 37 minutes, right around 0.75 fantasy points per minute. So this is a minutes play more than anything else. And it's a 2-game slate, to be perfectly honest. And Nuggets-Blazers looks a lot better than Lakers-Suns. 10% usage for Covington, 9 points, 7 boards, 3 stocks. That is the key piece of this. If Robert Covington isn't getting his steals and blocks, it's probably going to be a tough day. If he gets to 3, 4, even 5 stocks, you're getting a pretty good baseline of points right away. So for right now, $6,200 Robert Covington looks pretty good to me because I think that he could play 37 minutes tonight, and it wouldn't even shock me if he played like 40. At number 4, we're staying in the same game. We're going to shooting guard, 5K Austin Rivers, projected for 21. The goal is 32, and he is in the optimal lineup 49% of the time. That's a lot, honestly, for Austin Rivers at 5K. I mean, Austin Rivers was basically like out of the league at one point in time in the middle of the year, and now he's an essential piece of a playoff slate. I gave him 33 minutes. 0.65 fantasy points per minute. So again, we're scraping the bottom of the barrel for fantasy point per minute, guys, but it's a minutes play. Once again, 15% usage, 10 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, maybe a steal. This game is just a much better fantasy environment than the Lakers-Suns game. Just more raw fantasy points are expected. So that's why we're seeing guys like Covington and Rivers climb to the top. Sticking around in Denver, back to power forward, $5,600 Aaron Gordon is the number 3 contender, projected for 26.5. The goal is 35.5. He is in the optimal lineup 51% of the time. Pretty much the exact same reason I like Austin Rivers is the reason I like Aaron Gordon. He's just at a different position. Although he is going to play a little bit less and be slightly better on a per minute basis. I've got Gordon in for 30 minutes, right at 0.9 fantasy points per minute. So that's a pretty solid rate for Gordon. Just under average usage, 19%, 12 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, a stock and a half. That's a spot where if Gordon can get to like 3 stocks, 4 stocks, he's going to be an absolutely stellar value. I think his minutes actually start to climb as we move forward into this playoffs. So while he is in for 30, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw 32 or 33 in this closeout game. Now we're paying up a little bit. We're going to shooting guard and we're switching games. Shooting guard Devin Booker, 8,400 is my number 2 contender. He's projected for 39. The goal is 52, and he's in the optimal lineup 56% of the time. He is the linchpin of scoring for the Suns. Chris Paul still a little dinged up. Looks good. Don't get me wrong. I like Chris Paul, but Booker is the linchpin here. I got him in for 40 minutes, and it wouldn't shock me if it was more. They're trying to close out the Lakers. We know that Anthony Davis is questionable. We have no idea if he's going to be in. KCP as well, so they're dinged up. We got Booker at a fantasy point per minute here, 32% usage and 26.5 real points, 5 assists, 4.5 boards, maybe a stock. But what you're looking for out of Devin Booker is big time scoring. You're hoping he hangs north of 30 on the Lakers and puts the dagger in their hearts. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Then follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Only place you're going to get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. Late lock tonight, by the way. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Finally, in the comment section under this video, I want your favorite contender, your least favorite contender, and the guy that you think should have been on this list that you do not see, and I'm pretty sure I already know who that guy is going to be. It hasn't gone well so far, but the number one contender for today's slate is CJ McCollum. Shooting guard eligible, 8K, projected for 40. The goal is 50, and he's in the optimal lineup 61% of the time. He has not had a good series. Pretty low fantasy point per minute rate, but I can't go that low. So I got him around 0.95 for today. 41 minutes, wouldn't surprise me if it was more. They're going to throw everything out there. If they don't win this game, they go home, and Dame and CJ play tons of minutes just in general. I feel honestly, I feel a little bit pessimistic at 41 minutes, and he's still the number one guy. So if that tells you anything, 25% usage, 24 real points, 5 assists, 5 boards. Sort of like Devin Booker, you're rostering CJ McCollum from a points perspective. You want CJ to be the guy that goes off, and I prefer CJ to Dame in this spot just because of Dame's price tag. It's just a lot easier to get to CJ. If he has some hot shooting, they will defer to CJ. He will keep cooking. I don't have to worry about Dame trying to take over. If CJ's going, that'll keep happening. And at 8K, it's a lot easier for him to pay off that price tag. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, June 3rd. Now, the process show is in the books. Go watch that. DraftKings version of this video is around here somewhere. NBA strategy show, 10 a.m. with Adam Kaufman. And then that's it. No live before lock for me today, so keep your eyes peeled for my updates. Good luck tonight, everybody. Enjoy the 2 potential elimination games. I will be back again tomorrow with a showdown/single game breakdown for tomorrow's slate. Only one game tomorrow, only one game for Friday, so you're getting it a little bit different, but contenders aren't going anywhere.